famine, crisis become catastrophe. When we landed, this is what we found. Dawn, and as the sun breaks through the piercing chill of night on the plain outside Coram, it lights up a biblical famine, now in the 20th century. This place, say workers here, is the closest thing to hell on earth. Thousands of wasted people are coming here for help. Many find only death. They flood in every day from villages hundreds of miles away, dulled by hunger, driven beyond the point of desperation. 15,000 children here now, suffering, confused, lost. Death is all around. A child or an adult dies every 20 minutes. Coram, an insignificant town, has become a place of grief. There's not enough food for half these people. Rumors of a shipment can set off panic. As on most days, the rumors were false. For many here, there would be no food again today. Some of the very worst are packed into big sheds. 7,000 now, most apparently dying of malnutrition, pneumonia, and the diseases that prey on the starving. This 3-year-old girl was beyond any help, unable to take food, attached to a drip, but too late. The drip was taken away. Only minutes later, while we were filming, she died. Her mother had lost all her 4 children and her husband. Those who die in the night are brought at dawn to be laid out on the edge of the plain. Dozens of them, men, women and children, under blankets or bound in sackcloth for burial in the local custom. For 2 hours, the bodies kept coming from out of the encampment. This mother and the baby she bore 2 months ago, wrapped together in death. Tomorrow, there would be more. The day after, more still. Once the bureaucracy of death is over, the bodies are picked up to be carried back to the villages they left in hope such a little time ago. We followed the people north into Tigray, where war made everything worse, where terrible choices had to be made. This feeding center is surrounded by a low wall. Inside, the small group allowed food. Outside, those who are not. In unconscious cruelty, the hungry can watch those who have food. It's a haunting divide. So few inside the wall, so many kept out. Those outside desperately display their children, hoping someone will notice and let them in. Officials here have an awesome power, the gift of life. The lucky ones wail their thanks. The Red Cross have picked out 500 mothers and children out of the thousands and are treating them in an improvised shelter. It's run by an Anglo-Swiss nurse from Hertfordshire. She has to choose who amongst the hundreds who camp outside should be let in, which babies will be saved.
It breaks my heart, but at least I can see some of the ones that I am helping here, and that helps when you do see the ones that survive.
This child's life hangs on a thread, on the prospect of a convoy up the road from the south or an airlift mounted by the world outside. That prospect, back in October, seemed bleak. The voluntary agencies were overwhelmed. Western governments, unsympathetic to Ethiopia's Marxist rulers, appeared indifferent. We left the country upset at what we'd seen. Anybody who'd been there would have been moved to tears. But what about those people who would only share that experience by watching television in their own homes? The response was instant and overwhelming. Millions of pounds cascaded into British charities. The reports were shown in 480 million homes around the world. Everywhere people wanted to help. Governments too changed policies to help Ethiopia. Britain sent the RAF to airlift food to the famine camps. 100 aircraft from a dozen countries swept into these remote airstrips. Help too from pop stars. Bob Geldof, self-styled clapped-out pop singer turned media saint. His vision was a sound to mobilize the world's sympathy. Geldof and Band Aid made it happen. It wasn't just Ethiopia that was suffering. A dozen countries in this region were starving. It wasn't just British pop stars stirring consciences either.
When the world must come together as one, there are people dying. Oh, when it's time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all.
The world's resources, once mobilized, have made a difference. Mekelle, where we went last October, food, medicine, some happiness here now. But this is, by Ethiopian standards, an accessible place. Elsewhere in this country alone, 5 million people are said still to be starving. Many, many more across that arid swathe of sub-Saharan Africa. War, politics, inefficiency, placing them out of reach of the helping hand the world still wants so much to give. Help for the starving of Africa since last October has run into hundreds of millions of pounds and has perhaps saved millions of lives. But it hasn't solved anything. Many places are still as bad now as they were then, and famine will return if we become once again indifferent to the fate of our fellow man. Pop stars are spoilt perhaps, egotistical maybe, rich beyond the dreams of the ordinary, let alone the destitute. But they are not indifferent. Their weird and wonderful crusade has become a bandwagon that's saving lives.